Hello, welcome to the Very Frosty Knitting Project. My name is Sharon and I'm coming to you from a very cold Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family and my animals, one of which, as per usual, is moaning. She's got nothing to be moaning about. She's been fed. She's just been outside. She has no reason to moan, except for the fact she seems to think that when I'm chatting in here, I'm chatting to someone and she wants to come in and join us, which she can't because it would be chaos. This is episode 167, and today is Thursday, the 21st of November, 2024. Welcome if you are a new viewer. Welcome back if you are a returning viewer. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is my podcast all about what I've been up to during the week, crafting wise, and for once I actually have some content for you. You'll be pleased to know that this is not going to be necessarily a short one, although if I keep speaking at this speed, it will be. I need to slow down. I sometimes watch myself back in editing and I'm like, take a breath. Goodness me. I think I'm so conscious of saying the word so or that I speak fast to compensate for it, which is ridiculous. I'm enjoying a cup of coffee. This is a okay, it's a vanilla decaf. I'm not normally very keen on vanilla, but the caramel one had finished and I couldn't be bothered to go and get a new one out of the cupboard. How awful is that? So I thought I'd try the vanilla one, and to be fair, it doesn't taste of vanilla at all. It doesn't taste of anything. The caramel one really tastes really caramelly, but oh well, it's very nice. So I've got a Christmas mug out because it's all about the Christmas stuff now, which you would have seen if you saw my Wednesday snippet. I think that was all about my mug swap, was it not? My page has turned over. Oh, my page has really turned over. We've really gone for it. Yeah, Christmas mug swap was on Wednesday. I've not got a snippet idea for this Saturday. I'm hoping something will kind of come out during the week. I was planning on setting up my advents on Saturday and doing that, but I'm not going to be able to do that now, so that's going to be during the following week. I think it might be the last one before Vlogmas. I need to record my Vlogmas promo, so I'm hoping that maybe I'll do the advents for the Wednesday and the Vlogmas promo for the Saturday, because actually Sunday is actually Vlogmas, isn't it? So that's a bit late for a promo. I need to get that out this Saturday. Well, that solves the content problem for this Saturday, isn't it? I'll do my Vlogmas promo. Right. Thank you for helping me sort that out. Do you want to see what I've been up to? I've been up to so much. So I finished all the little things. They haven't gone off yet, so I can't show you, but I will show you. That's something else I need to do this weekend. Should we go with whips first, just because they're on top of the finished objects and I think it might be easier in my basket? So my first one is new. I'm super proud of this, and it was inspired by my lovely friend Belle from the Belle and Stitch podcast, and also by Becky from the Back to Blighty podcast from the Lay Family Yarn Retreat, who was doing one of these in real life, and I fell in love with her one. So it's living in my beautiful, this is a bit of a hint, Christmas crochet bag, which I got from Stitched by Mrs. D last year. It housed my friendship crochet blanket, and I'll be honest, I didn't know whether I was going to have a Christmas crochet project this year, because I don't know if I'm going to be working on that yet, because the minis I'm going to have from my swap I'm doing with my friend are going into a different project. So yeah, but as it turned out, I have started something rather exciting. Now mine's not quite the same as everybody else's in as far as who am I, it's not that scrappy. Other people's are a lot scrappier, but I have started a crochet triangular shawl, and this is for a special friend, and I'm not going to give too much away because she'll guess it's for her. But I love this, and this has been done using leftover and repurposed, is probably, and one new skein actually, DK yarn. I cannot remember what this middle yarn is. I made some Tchaikovsky mitts out of this. Was it a, oh, maybe it's coming back to me. Was it a, oh goodness me, what is the name of that maker? Oh, I can't think what her name is. That's annoying because now I'm asking you if it is and I can't think who it's called. Down Sheepy Lane. I think that's a Down Sheepy Lane DK. I'm almost certain it is. Then this is Lay Family Yarn Spring Bouquet, which I had made, whoops, come back. I had started to make a little jacket for Ira, but the pattern was so wrong, or my knitting of the pattern was so wrong. It's probably the better way of putting it. I think it was my fault, not the pattern's fault. My knitting of the pattern was so wrong that I frogged it all. So I've got lots of little balls. So it's not scrappy, but it is repurposed. And I didn't soak the yarn and make it not go crinkle. Can you see the difference? No, not at all. So that's my next. I'm putting all of these in next, of which I have many small balls of this colourway, as you can see. Oh, I don't know what happened there. That's just a mess. I'll have to sort that out. So I've got those three. I should have pretty much the 100 grams. I think. Yeah, there's another one there. So I have got, they'll unravel themselves. So I've got that. But then when that's finished, I have got some leftover. And this is from a cardigan I made. Lay Family Yarn. Vintage hanky. Is that what it's called? Can't remember. Oh, it doesn't matter if I can't remember it. I have a ball of it. Here we go. Vintage China, that's what it's called. And I had a whole skein left over. So I figured that would be enough for the last rounds. So it's going to have this next and then this at the end of it, which I think is going to look really pretty. It's going to be very gentle colours, but then my friend likes gentle colours. And I'm working on this quite a bit. So that'll be the next colour on the end of that. I haven't quite decided yet whether I might do like a really shocking pink or something around the outside just to give it a pop, or whether I might just be very blendy and maybe just do one like light colour to edge it, or whether I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'll have to see how big it is once I've got all that in. So that will be, Tchaikovsky mitts hardly takes anything, so that's probably the best part of 75 grams. I have the best part of 100 grams of this, and then I have the best part of 175 grams of what's left over here. So actually I'd say that's more like 150. I don't think that's 75 grams. Yeah, it's exciting. It's so nice to do. It's now I've got the pattern down. It's very much TV knitting. I used a tutorial by Bella Coco, who is my absolute go-to girl for anything crochet related that I need to learn. And yeah, so I've got a little Christmas gnome or frosty gnome who is keeping my stitch from running away, and then I've got a lovely little snow globe. I'm fairly certain that is a Associate Violet one that's just marking my, as she calls it, peak, so I know which way round this is going. But it's going to be so pretty and so cozy because it's DK. It's very snuggly. I am using a 4mm clover crochet hook, which I love these the clover crochet hooks. I like how they feel. I have to be careful when I'm crocheting not to over crochet, because if I do that it hurts my arms, and I was getting some wrist pain last night, so we are maybe not be working on this one today. or I might just do a couple of rows or just finish putting a ball in, or yeah, I'm going to work on it, aren't I? So that's hanging out in here, and definitely an obsession of the moment. Haven't forgotten about my mould scarf, but as that isn't going to be a present for Christmas, I have had to put it to one side for a little while. I'm sure it'll come out a lot next year. Right, so that's that one. So next up, living in my West Green Loft Yarns bag, and if you saw one of my snippets, you'll know what this is the Crunkled socks. So this is a pattern by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. Oh, my mini has undressed itself. Hold on a second. And I need my scribe to show you this one. I'm loving using this Kindle Scribe for knitting patterns. It's so good. Right, so let's go back that way. That's the picture. That's what they're going to look like. Sorry, it's in black and white, but the Kindle Scribe is very much black and white. These are the Crunkled socks. I've only done one row of the repeat, but I've done the cuff. So it's a 2x2 cuff, and then it's this beautiful texture on these socks. And I really like these. I really like these. I want to knit. I want to knit these. I want to knit on these all the time, but these again are not a Christmas project, so don't get that amount of love. That said, now I've got so many of my Christmas projects off the needles, I can actually start working on these again. So I thought I might at least do a row repeat, a pattern repeat a day. And I'm using West Green Loft Yarns, and this was her Christmas 2020 colourway. Which is absolutely beautiful. It's this, there's like really dark pops of pink in this, but because they're so short, it sort of blends in, and there's some little bits of brown in there and cream or undyed, I guess. I don't know, it's a bit dark for undyed. I wonder whether that is slightly dyed. It's just beautiful, and I just think perfect to show off this lovely pattern. So now for finished objects, and this is my first one, and these were socks that Meg requested, which I don't think you've seen. I've just looked back on my podcast notes, and I think I actually started them after the podcast last week. So I've knit these in a week, which is not as impressive as it sounds, because this is DK. So way back, either in 2021 or 2022, I can't remember which, my lovely friend Kelly and my lovely friend Jules did a collaboration. So that's Lay Family Yarn and So Sweet Violet did a collaboration, and Jules did a pattern called the Santa Socks, and Kelly dyed the yarn. So Meg saw the pattern, wanted them so much she tagged me in the Instagram post, and I made her the Santa Socks. I don't quite know what she did with them, but she no longer has them. And when we went on the retreat this year, she requested another pair. However, at the same time as I did her the Santa socks, I also made her some jelly roll socks, which I think were called By the Fireside, which she adores. She lives in those socks. So she asked me if I could do her some Santa socks, but in the style of the jelly roll socks. I was like, okay. So the jelly roll pattern is a fingering weight pattern, and yeah, I needed to work out the stitch count, because obviously this is DK, and work out how I was going to do the jelly rolls. So as it's turned out, I thought they turned out quite well, and she loves them. So I've done the inner jelly roll is in the boucle yarn, and then I've just gone straight into making the whole sock. So there's not a separate jelly roll, that's just the top of this sock, and I've given some extra room here, so it's a 56 stitch count, because these are DK socks, but I've done a 30 stitch count on this bit just to give her a little bit of extra room, because I wasn't quite sure how stretchy this top bit was going to be. It's slightly stretchy, but it only stretches to a certain point, so that gives her a little bit of wiggle room in her foot to get it over her foot. They fit fine. She has tried them on. It's got a slip stitch heel, and I did a garter stitch heel turn, so they're nice and squidgy, because she's going to use these more as slipper socks than going out socks, because she just wants them to sort of slouch around the house with her pajamas, which I think is a lovely idea. So she's going to get these on the 1st of December. If you saw my Vlogmas last year, you'll see she got a sock advent that was in a box that had little boxes. So I kept the advent box from last year, and I'm going to fill it with socks this year. And this will be day 1. And yeah, I absolutely love them. The red is red wine. I can't remember what the red that came the last time with this was. It's something like 1969 or the perfect red or something, which is a bit of a brighter red, but we went for this darker red. So Meg was with me on the retreat, and she chose the red. She chose this one. She said she preferred the darker red. So yeah, these are the socks, and I love them. I'm really pleased with them. They've come out so well. So the Jelly Roll sock pattern is a pattern by Marie Catherine Briner. It disappears and comes back on Ravelry with alarming regularity, but the last time I looked, the pattern was still on Ravelry. So she's orange knits. If you try Googling it, the pattern might come up. But yeah, I absolutely adore this. So that's my first finish object. Coffee time. Next up are the Tchaikovsky mitts I was making. These you have seen. So this is a pattern by Curious Handmade, and is from one of the knit vents. They are available as a standalone pattern now. I have in fact got 2. These are going to be a gift for a lovely friend. I cannot keep them as much as I would love to, because I can't do the floof. So they're going to go to her. It's got Lay Family yarn, floof in it, and hedgerow yarns, alpaca and silk and merino held together. So they're super soft and squidgy and just lovely, and I think they'll be a perfect little Christmas gift. So they're actual kind of just hand warmers. So your thumb sticks out. I don't want to keep them on because I don't want to stretch them. But yeah, so I love these. Super soft and squidgy, and I'm sure my friend will love them. So that's another present sorted. And my final finished object is a present for yet another friend. I decided that I was going to make her a Christmas gnome because she loves Christmas. So he was born, and I've used, as you can see, the leftovers from Meg's sock. And yeah, he's just a Christmas gnome. So the boucle yarn is the little hands, his beard I made up myself, because the one in the book didn't fit in the boucle yarn, because that boucle yarn is more or less an Aran, let alone a DK. His nose, and then he's got his hat brim, which I love. I love that hat brim. It's so cool. And then his little bubble on the top is just another nose. I was like, oh, how am I going to make the bubble? And I was like, well, actually, let's just do another nose. So yeah, it's got a little nose on the top, and then I've crocheted a hanging. The idea is he goes on the Christmas tree, or just gets hung around the room, whatever she wants to do really. But he won't. He's got a rounded bottom, so he won't stand up. But I mean, he would do if you leant him against something, I'm guessing. But yeah, I loved him. I thought he was really cute. So he's going off to a friend, and he will be posted at the weekend. Isn't that lovely? He's It's so much fun. And again, it was just using this is all DK. As I said, this is almost an Aran, but this is the red wine colourway from Les Family Yarn, and just some undyed boucle yarn. And yeah, I used the Gnoodles pattern from the I haven't got the book with me, from the gnome book that I've shown on a previous podcast, and just made a Gnoodles but modified him a bit. I gave him a different beard, and as I said, used the boucle yarn. So hello Christmas gnome, Gasanta. So we love him. So yeah, he's off to his new home at the weekend. So I haven't got any happy mail this week, but I did go to the garden centre at the weekend, and I did buy a couple of little things I thought I might share with you, because why not? So I've got some incoming, but this is very much Christmas incoming, and I've got a couple of mice. So this is my first one. She's so cute. I think she's just going to hang around in here. She might go on my tree in here, but she's definitely for in here. Let's put it that way. But I thought she was adorable. So there was that one. And then I also got, which is also adorable, another one. I'm definitely on a mouse kick this year. And I got this one. It's so sweet. So he's got a couple of mice. Oh, so my Christmas decorations this year. But yeah, I love them. Love them so much. Just random, for no reason whatsoever, other than I fancied getting the mice when I saw them. I was looking for a pink nutcracker, so couldn't get much further. I mean, I guess that's pink. Not, however, a nutcracker. Bless it. So yes, I picked those two up. But otherwise, all the other incoming I've had this week has been for other people. So I can't show it because they're all presents. But yeah. So I think that is it from me this week, because I've done all of that, which I thought was quite impressive. I was really pleased with that. It's so cold here today. Even my office is cold, and my office is never cold. I'm sorry for all the chopping and changing during this podcast, but I had a very noisy Zelda for a while. She thankfully has now gone on a walk, so she is no longer moaning her way through it. I've had to record from where the socks were. This is the third time. Third time's the charm. Bless her. It's only because she wanted to go out. She's so excited that she's going out. She sings from the top of her voice. Right, I hope you're all okay. Let me know what you're up to with your gift knitting. I've had a few comments which have been lovely. People are making things for other people. I think it's so nice. I would like to get a few more bits done. I want to get that shawl done. That's an important one, but doesn't need to be done till later on. I've got one item I need to find. Well, I've actually got 3 items I need to find, but I'm actually giving up on those 3 items because I have now completely rearranged my office and still can't find them, although I know I've seen them. So I've obviously put them in a safe place, which was really foolish, wasn't it? Because they're never to be seen again. So I want to get that found, and then I've just got over there, which you can't see for obvious reasons. I've just got a pile of things I want to send out, so I need to get that done, and I want to get that done today and tomorrow and over the weekend. So I'm hoping by Monday everything that should be out is out, bar one thing, which would be a really good result. That would be a really good result. But before all that, I've got to do some work because that's the way we roll, and it is now just before 9:30 and I need to start at 9:30. So I hope you're all okay wherever you are. Take care, and hopefully I will see you next week.